Hi, welcome back to Madison Library District's Adult Makers. Today we're going to be making some macrame earrings with some nice fun little beads attached. Or if you prefer, trying to show off the earring, there we go, such. Or if you prefer, you can leave the ear wire off and it will become a nice little fob that you can put on your keychain or zipper pull or something. You can make a pair for you and a friend, I guess. So let's get started. Okay, so here are our models, and what you're going to need to do this, inside your kit you will find the following things. You're going to find 12 lengths of waxed cotton cord, and you'll find a little baggie, and inside there are 6 beads, 2 rings, they're actually little small key rings, and 2 ear wires, and 2 pins. Now there are a couple of things you're going to need that are not in your kit. The first one, which you probably have handy at home, is a pair of scissors. And then you're going to need something to work on. I brought this from home. A lot of things could work here. What you need is something sturdy to pin this on to work on. The arm of your sofa might work really well. Obviously, if you have a leather sofa, that may not be so desirable, but maybe a good firm throw pillow or your mattress, just something that will take a little pressure. We're not going to tug on it really hard, but just something to kind of hold things in place. Before we get started, if you were doing the earrings, I really recommend that you put those ear wires on first. You can put them on later, but you'll need a pair of pliers, or you'll really have to struggle getting the strings around. If you do it beforehand, it's easy, they're set up, there it is, done. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to be working on the earring, and we're going to pin that so it doesn't move around too much. We're going to take 6 of these cords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, set the other 6 aside for the time being. They will be used in the other earring. And each of these cords, find the middle, put the middle down through your circle, and then take the ends through the loop. Should look something like that. Go ahead and pull it tight. And you're going to do the same thing with all of those cords. So when you get done, you will have put 6 cords on, but you'll end up with 12 cords hanging down. There we go. We've got all 6 strands attached at this point. They're looking a little messy, so let's straighten them up. Once we start tying those macrame knots below, they'll get tightened and look a little neater, a little more organized. All right. Okay, we're going to work with 4 cords at a time, so just push 8 of them off to the side here. And then starting on the left-hand side, take your 4 cords, make them all nice and straight. We're going to take the farthest one from the left, and I put my finger there to kind of hold it underneath to remember where I'm going to go, but I'm going to then wrap it around my finger so it goes over the 3 other cords. Stick them underneath, stick the cord underneath, and then pull it up, tighten it up a bit, and it should look something like that. Then we're going to do the same thing with the cord on the right side of this bunch. Okay, bring it over, bring it under, pull it up, and you should have a series of knots that looks just like that. Okay, now we're going to move to the next 4 cords, the middle 4, and we're going to do the same thing. So take that one that's furthest to the left, take it over, take it under, and pull it up. It's not very tight there. There we go. And again, far right of that group, goes over, goes under, and we pull it up, tighten it. Okay, we're done with that group. We're going to go to the far right group of 4. And once again, we're going to start with the left, over, under, pull it up, and then the rightmost one will go over and under and pull it up. So now we've got 3 groups, identical groups, hanging there. And you'll see that those top loops have been tightened up and they're looking pretty uniform. All right, now we've got our 3 groups. We're going to take the far outside 2 strands in each group and just kind of get them out of the way. Push them to the side and take the center bunch and we're going to split it in the middle. So now if we take away those 2 outside groups, we've got another group of 4 strands and 4 strands. And we're going to do exactly the same thing that we did before. Okay, now we're going to take the next 2 on the outside, on each side, and push them away. So we have 4 hanging off on each direction, and we have 2 left in the middle of each group. So that means we have 4 strands again. And guess what we're going to do? You're right. That is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to start with the left one, go over, go under, pull it up, push it up a little bit, and we'll take the right one and we'll go over and we'll go under and pull it up. And now it's making kind of a nice little triangle shape. It's starting to look like something. Okay, now we're going to go back to our original bundles, sort of. We're going to take the far left pair, 2 pairs, so the 4 strings, but instead of doing 1 strand going around 3, we're going to go 2 strands going around 2. So we're going to take the left, kind of pretend like it's just 1 string, bring them over, bring them under, and pull them tight. Should look like that. And then going to the right side, we've got 4 strands that we're going to pretend are 2 strands. And we're going to take the right pair, pretending that it's just 1 string, take them over, take them under, pull them up, tighten them together, fuss over them a little if you'd like. At this point, it might be helpful to use that second pin and stick it in the middle to keep it from jiggling around quite so much. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to divide this in half. We're going to take the 4 strings that we've been working with and 2 of the strings from the center group. We're going to use the 4 strings that we've been working with and now pretend that they are just 1 string. And we are going to use those to go over and under and pull it tight. It should look something like that. And then to the far side, to the right side, we're going to take those 4 strings that we worked with before, pretend they're just 1 strand, and we're going to take those over, we're going to take those under, and we'll have a symmetrical knot on that side. So this is what things are going to be looking like at this point. And at this point, we're going to gather them all together. And we're going to make one big loop knot. So get them nice and tight and even. Take them around. Take everything through the middle. Oops, I got caught on my pin. Oops. Tighten them up. I've got something that's hanging loose on the back. It looks like right there, so you might want to just give each of your strands a little tug. See how they're doing. See if you can find that one that's misbehaving. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. There it is. Okay. All right, we are almost done. This is when the fun starts. We're going to get into the beads. Just pick 3 strands. I kind of look for the ones that are frayed the least, but if you have some other preference, go for it. And I liked to put mine at slightly different levels, just to kind of give a little variety. So I'm going to start my first one about there. I'm going to go back somewhere in here and find another one that looks good. Put the bead on it. Just tie a little loop knot. And I'm going to put it down just a little further than the first one. Tighten it up. And one more I'll put down just a little bit further. There's the bead. There's the knot. Sure, about there. And here's where your scissors come into things. And if you're thinking this is like the last step, you are so right. Okay. And there you have an earring. Now all you have to do is start over again and do it once again. You've got yourself earrings or matching fobs, whichever you prefer. So that's for our adult makers for today. We won't be doing one in May. We kind of take a break from programs in May to get ready for summer reading. But we've already got our adult makers planned for June, and that will be using waste canvas to create some fun critters on a piece of clothing of your choice. So come back then and enjoy your earrings for now. Thanks.